And speaking of scares, have you ever felt like someone else was in the room when you were completely alone? That's how it all started for Franki Cambeletta. As a child, something happened that he's never forgotten, an experience that opened the door to a lifelong connection with the paranormal. Today, as the owner of Haunted Souls Paranormal, he uses his curiosity and his faith to uncover the stories that history and maybe the spirits still want to tell.
And of course, joining us this morning with more on the paranormal investigations is my dear friend Franki himself.
How you doing, buddy?
Franki,
Thank you so much for
we're so
joining
excited
us.
to have
Yeah, it's
you.
fun,
So
right?
many questions before the show even
I
started.
mean, it was like, hey, you got to put on your mic, and I'm like, yeah, that's okay. But
Yeah,
like, Franki,
Now I got to stay and investigate.
right, we asked him to stay
tuned.
after.
Show me St. Louis on
Yeah.
Instagram so you can see
So,
that.
Franki, why don't we just first start? I mean, your story goes far and wide, and you have a podcast. I encourage people to listen to find out more about your story. We only have so much time here, but this has been happening since you were young. You found an interest in this.
Yeah, we got involved with the Ouija board, which we thought was just a Christmas gift. It was a goof-off gift, and we thought that maybe, you know, it's fake, right? And then we used it, and we opened up the doors to invitations, and then that's why to this day we had a lot of bad stuff happen. And to this day, my team, I mean, Dan Klein and myself, Jeremy King and Maddie Klein, the owners of this company have made a decision. Our entire thing is built like a car club. Everything is a vote, and we voted out Ouija boards, seances, rituals, everything.
Yeah.
I actually don't ghost hunt anymore. I am actually the religious one. I'm Catholic. I am only there because I've been on deliverance teams with the demonic possession. So if I see something I don't like, if I see something, I'm gonna get away from that. That's the only reason why I'm on. I don't ghost hunt anymore. Every now and then they can pull me in, listen to an Estes session or something.
Yeah.
But I really am just there for protection. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And it's never happened.
Right.
In 30 years,
Good.
I've done it in a couple cases.
Yeah.
My cousin was, you know, as you know, a priest.
Yeah.
And he told me 99.1% of possession cases are nerve conditions.
Right.
Tourette syndrome, stuff like that. So,
Right. Well, and that's why before the show I was so interested to talk with you about that, because people might not see that those boards, but they're
Very dangerous.
They're very dangerous.
Right, right.
So.
And, you know, I think that's what, you know, sets you apart, Franki, from a ton of other, I guess, ghost hunters and, you know, what, you know, paranormal activity, you know, into layman terms, ghost hunter. I know you mentioned you're not a ghost hunter, but in layman terms, you know, ghost hunter.
Yeah.
But, you know, you do it in the respectful way. And when we met at Lemp Mansion a couple of years ago, you tell that story in a way that is peaceful. You know, it's not.
Yes.
It's not in a way that, you know, I guess, hypes up the story. Because people see the Lemp Mansion as scary. But
Correct.
to you, it's
there's
not.
There's another side to it. There's another side to it, and I think that, you know, next year we're releasing a 5-part documentary on it.
Definitely.
And we're going to talk about the Lemp family. We're going to debunk a lot of stuff, but we're also going to give credit to the owners today that keep it alive and keep it running. I think we don't give enough credit to the owners. All these ghost hunters like myself are public figures. Everybody knows us. We're speaking at Paracons. But think about the location owners. Think about Lisa Vinar, who basically is at Rock Island right now. Rock Island is amazing. Okay, it used to be a YMCA and stuff like that. Then you have MSP, right? You got Jenny Switzer over there. You got Sheila. They're doing an amazing job because they understand the history of the buildings.
Right.
The location owners is what keeps us ghost hunting, right?
Definitely, for
and
sure.
that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
For sure.
And so you've brought some
got some
tools with us today, but
Yes.
we want to be able to talk about this is not only some stuff that you use, but people can actually go on paranormal investigations with you also. I want to make sure we get that in
Absolutely.
there.
Let's dive into that, and they
Tell
can
us
play with
about
all
it.
that.
They can play with all it. So how we do it is, a lot of people are new to ghost hunting. A lot of people don't necessarily know what to do. So we provide cases full of equipment, of all the advanced equipment. It's
Okay.
not just a flashlight and a K2 meter.
Yeah.
It's the big stuff. It's the Estes methods.
Okay.
That's all included in the ticket. Snacks are included in the ticket. Refreshments are included in the ticket. And then you have access to the entire building. We take you on 3 rotations and teach you how to ghost hunt. And then you can take one of my staff, which are about 35 souls stacked.
Yeah.
You can take out an actual professional ghost hunter with you on your crew, and you guys can ghost hunt together, or you can do it yourself after our rotations.
Yeah.
And we're doing this all through October at our location, which is Emmaus Asylum right here in Marthasville.
Yeah.
Our big one next is Missouri State Penitentiary, September 27th.
Yeah.
Every ticket is $75. We are the best price in town because we want people to experience the paranormal in a safe way, in a safe environment.
Yes.
Let's look for ghosts. Let's have some fun for Halloween. We even have a hot dog roller, guys. We have hot dogs.
You gotta chase
I mean, come on.
and get the
It's-
food.
It doesn't get more
And they're
friendly
We're gonna have more with
than
Franki
this.
on
Yes.
our social media, so you
We
guys be
will.
sure to follow that.
Yes, yes. Oh my
make sure you
goodness,
get your tickets.
Franki.
Yep,
Yes,
HauntedSouls.com. That's all it is.
HauntedSouls.com. That's all you need
With a
to
Z.
know. With
With
a
a Z. I love
We're gonna
that
have
Z.
all
Just
that
like that.
information right there on your screen. And of course, you can learn more at kck.com/showme. Franki, you'll be seeing more of us this spooky season.
That's
You're
right.
the best.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.